Guys, welcome back to my channel. I've been having difficulty with this internet. You know, in I don't know, I know of single people that I know around me, they are desperate with a ring, like to get a ring on their fingers. I don't know why. I don't know why they are desperate because to myself, I say it's not fun, really. I mean, of course, it might be fun for like a year, 2 years. I doubt it. But it's not that fun. It's a lifetime commitment. It's something you should take your time. You know what I mean? Not just take your time, like enjoy yourself proper. Sorry, because I can't see you guys, I actually need to know if you can hear me. Just text or just, in the chat box, like you can hear me. Because I feel like I'm just talking to myself. It's odd. So I feel like people are not taking their time. Like they just want, this romance thing. Okay, thank you. They just want this romance thing, and they don't know there's no romance again once you're married. I don't know about some people, but with like my experience and the people I have around me, I don't think it's not what they see. They're not seeing the clear picture of marriage. They are just seeing the dating aspect of it. You know, when you're dating, everything is so rosy and you just want to go into it. And I feel that's what they're saying. I think that's what they think marriage is all about. They don't think about the old commitment, the old ups and downs, what can happen, things like that. And about married people, honestly, I can say enough about that. When you're married or you're in a committed relationship, basically, I feel that the problem we have is communication. Like, first thing that we lack, not first thing, but we lack communication, at least. One of the things that we lack, what causes this whole thing. Like, if you, like around me now, like I have like few people like around here recently that I'm just saying, oh, we've broken up. Oh, we're not together anymore. And I'm like, you see them outside, they are so sweet and oh my God. Sorry. They are so sweet, and you're wondering how come if you people are not together again and there's a problem. But what I feel and what I see is communication, because if you guys communicate, and again, some people communicate, but they don't still understand each other. Like we just talk. We don't talk to, I don't know the words to use, to understand or to listen. Like we're not listening to each other. We're just talking because we want to prove a point. Like, in a relationship, I don't think it should be like that. Especially when you know that this is who I want to be with for the rest of my life. I feel like you should be patient, like really patient with people. Vice versa. I would never side. I always say, even to my partner, I will never ever side a man. Never. I will never take a man's side. Like ye, kujo. Women, we are the, how will I put it? Everything is just, if you want your relationship to, if you want it to be good, it's women. If you want it to be, because what I mean by that, let me correct myself. What I mean by that is, okay, for instance, you see people outside now, and some people will tell you everything is fine in their relationship, whereas it's not even okay. Like they pretend when they go back in this, they still take that whatever is coming in that house, like whatever burden, whatever stress it is that their partner is giving to them, they take it on board. Some people will say, okay, I'm doing it for my kids, I'm doing it for, you know what I mean. So if you can take that kind of thing, me, I don't pray to be enjoying that kind of thing. Oh, but I'm gonna keep this thing short because I can talk from now to tomorrow and still make no sense. Anyways, so basically what I'm just trying to say is married people, we need to communicate and we need to listen to each other, like listen, understand, like try to put your partner in your shoes. Maybe there won't be problem. I don't know. I know some men have issues that even if you please them from now to tomorrow, no matter what you can do, you will never ever get good results. It is not a cause. Some men are like that. Likewise, some women as well. But with single people, only God will help them. Me, I don't know. I don't know. I would say if I have a sister, if I have a younger sister, I always say to everyone, I will tell her, please, if possible, just have your money. Like, don't rush into anything. Don't go into anything. Honestly, I'm sorry, I'm not against marriage or anything, because of course I'm not married, but I'm in a relationship, and I'm not against anything, but I would never advise anyone to, like, please get married on time. Or the way our mothers, the way they do it, especially African mothers, get married on time, quick. Please, you're wasting time, things like that. No, I'll never do that. I will say to you, have your income. Just make sure you have something coming in for you. Be okay for yourself, that you don't have to rely on any man. If at all you want to rush into it, good luck to you. Basically, let me just keep it short. I don't know if I'm making any sense. I just want you guys to just at least give contribution on each single, marriage, whatever. Just something brief, like your opinion about it. I don't know if I actually make sense, because I'm not even hearing myself. So, guys, hello, guys.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
From everything you said, I just wanted to contribute that, we as ladies, it's
Yeah.
true that we marry. Sometimes it's pressure. Oh, my friend is married, so I need the ring. I want to get. When we are in a relationship with a man, we don't express our needs. It's just sometimes you can see that this relationship, the way it's going, is not really good, but you just keep quiet. But when you express your needs in the beginning, you tell the man what you want and what you don't want. You set boundaries. So the man knows what you really want, and then they can respect you. But if you keep quiet, and then one day things like they turn wrong, and then you start talking, that's when the men, they'll be like, oh, so now you can show your true colors and everything. So and all that. But we need to communicate what we need as women, because
Yeah.
we deserve. My internet, can you hear me?
Yeah, you're back now, but it's still kind of breaking. Okay. Okay, so she's saying it's her internet. I don't know if you can hear me. P.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Bad.
I know it's the internet. It's not doing us any good.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying that the biggest mistake that
Yeah.
women make in relationship is that we don't communicate in the beginning of the relationship. We,
Yeah.
because you have boundaries in the beginning. Because if you don't set them right, if you don't set your standards right, then you end.
I can hear you, but it's like your mouth is away from the mouthpiece or something. Can you hear me? I can hear you, but it's very, very thin. Like, it's thin. Okay. I'll just maybe we'll come back to you. So we're talking basically about relationship, why there are problems, and okay. Hi.
Johnny, first of all, you said there'll be gala. There'll be gala and drink. Where's my gala and drink? To top up this show.
You know what? What happened was can you, hey B, madam, she was the one that said she should that she will bring gala. I'm putting it on you now. Mute and talk. Oh, where's the gala? She was the one that said, is there gala and drink? And I said, okay, there's gala. So maybe she's going to be bringing gala.
After we finish, Abby.
Okay, maybe that's it. You're not talking
But what's me, to my own knowledge, what I know or what has worked for me
yeah.
in relationships and things like that. You see, first of all, if the person is your friend, it's easier, right? Because
Yeah.
even when you're fighting or all those miscommunication kind of, basically when the person is your friend, you will know how to communicate on a deeper level.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is the person is just your lover. You have to, when you're in a relationship, that you know this person is my husband, you know you're going to be with the person for life.
Yeah.
Try to bring that friendship aspect out of him first. You can do that by always like telling him things, even if sometimes it looks as if he does not want to hear. I'm very sure he's hearing you, because this is the person that is the love of your life, and you are his love also. Do you get? So bring that friendship aspect in him. Then communication becomes easier. It's not going to be perfect, but it becomes easier. And then you guys get deeper, and then you can go on with the relationship like that. Now, I heard that you said, romance, you don't really think there's romance. If I heard you well, you don't really think that there's romance in marriage or things like that. If you've been with or in a committed relationship, because me, I was in a committed relationship for a while before I got married. Anyways, that aspect of romance is very hard, especially for me as a woman. It's very hard. I admit that. But you have to consciously as well. This is just like you training yourself. Like you have to consciously make that romance there. You have to say, babe, let's go on a date. Babe, okay, I'm cooking your favorite meal today and we're eating together. That kind of thing. You have to buy him gifts, give him gift, or let him, oh babe, I want this. So you can afford it, but you'll be like, oh babe, can you get me this as well? Do you understand what I mean? You have to just build yourself, build your relationship intentionally, like consciously. You know what you are doing. And they used to say that the man is ruling the home, but the woman is the one doing it. Do you understand? So you have to be like, focus on your own self. Like Duni said, some people, they'll come out and say, oh, my relationship is perfect, but when inside the house, they know what they are going through. This is just an example of remove the log in your eye. When you are in your house, when nobody is there, build your home and leave other people's relationship alone. When you leave other people's relationship alone and work on yourself, work on your project, your family is your project, you will see that there will be a difference positively in that home that you're building. But if it's every Tom, Dick and Harry that calls you, nah, my marriage is saying, what can you give me? What advice can you give me? You're already thinking about the person. You're already judging the person's relationship. Then you're reducing the time you're supposed to be spending in your own home, judging other people, thinking about other people's this thing. I'm not saying don't be, sympathetic or all this. You can't be. But 90%, 99% of your time, if you're married, if you want to be married, or if you're in a relationship, you want to be in that relationship, then be in that relationship. That is, be in it, build it, work on it, intentional, right plan, right goals for you, for your children, for your husband. And then you see that it works. It's just like a project, godly project, they say, because me, I'm a Christian. So I believe it's a godly project that you have to first do before you do any other thing. Even when choosing jobs, your family comes first.
Thank you. But you said something about um buying gifts, let me just make a point. There are some people, there are some men, yeah, they are so wicked that even if you buy that, don't think I'm not talking from, I'm from things I've heard, from things I have seen around me, everything. I'm putting my own everything into this as well. What if you buy a man a gift, you're, of course, you're trying to be romantic and all that, you're trying to bring that romance back. What if this person shows it back in your face? What would you do? Or you're saying, okay, we want to go out, things like that. What if this person refuses to go out? You cannot force a man to do what they, just like a man cannot force you to do what. Do you understand what I mean? They say this thing is a two-way thing. Do you understand what I mean? You can't do it alone. You have to rub this finger together or this hand together to wash it clean, basically, how they say it. So what if one party is a bit laid back? Not even a bit. Some people are crazy. I know men that are crazy. Trust me. What? I'll never take a man's side. Crazy, sorry. Okay, sorry. So basically, yeah. What would you say about that? What would you say about that? If you buy me something, I'm not going out, or I just throw it back in your face, what will you do? Yeah. Or do you not agree there are people like that?
No, I just use the word buy gift as an example. Everybody have different love languages. Your husband might be, my love language is your presence. I want you to spend quality. I know they've limited love languages to 5, but me, I just believe that when you're in that, you will know that probably Uncle Bosayo wants me to always be beside him. Maybe quiet time, put the children to sleep, and it's just me and you. Mm-hmm. Some women like money. Some men like attention. Some men like gifts. It just varies. It varies for my own husband is probably but I want this, as it will be specific about. He likes gifts, but it's specific about the type of gifts he likes. So that's why maybe that's why I generalize gifts. But your husband might be totally different. You just have to find what is I want to say mumu button, but you have to find.
Let's use the word mumu button. Find their mumu button, literally.
Yeah, something that even if he's angry and you do it for him, he will give you that big hug or kiss, all these kind of things. Mm-hmm. That's find out his love language, because when he starts liking that thing regularly, because you've been with him for such a long time, you will know that there's this particular thing I like. Okay. That's how he receives his own love is different from however. So just try to find. So I just use gift as a general example.
Yeah, I understand. One thing you said that I really agreed with, but I think Nat said the same thing as well. Friendship, like, make sure that your friendship, do you understand? When you have a good friendship at first, like, if you're somebody's friend, like, make sure that you. One thing I know is if you guys are friends from from wherever, maybe 2 years before you guys got married or whatever, if you guys are friends, like real friends, that you tell each other things, like you're really into each other, things like that, not just scratch surface kind of friendship. You know what I mean? I think that really helps a relationship, not just jumping into a relationship. I just, like I'm saying, that these single people, like, that are dying to be married, you don't even know what you're going to meet there. You're not worried about, before, like, they do this whole counseling thing. I don't know if they still do it, but Christians, if you want to get married, they'll say, oh, go counseling and do that. It's just to prepare you about, the things that, it's just, if you can tolerate this kind of thing, if your husband will do this. I've never gone for counseling anyways, but I don't know how they do it, but I just know that they go for counseling. I don't know what they talk about. They are so desperate to get married. I think that they should pray about it. Not everybody is a believer, don't get me wrong. So if you're not a believer, I'm a believer, so I don't know what to say if you're not a believer, but also think about it properly. Sit down, look at this person's likes. What do we have in common? You know what I mean? Things like that. Friendship basically is just like a very powerful thing in a relationship. Whether you're dating, whether you're your partner, whatever it is, or you're married. I feel that friendship is really, really important. So I don't know if because I realize maybe you don't know it's you.
Maybe you should have given us our code names before the meeting.
Unfortunately, sorry. Next time.
Okay. That's fine. I joined in late, so I didn't really I didn't start with you guys first. So I tried to join in the first time, and I don't know what happened. It just was showing that the host has not started the meeting yet. So I think I kind of forgot. That's why I joined in. So I didn't get the first part of everything that was said. But I'm obviously going to talk from a Christian point of view now, because I am also a Christian. I believe that for those who are desperate to get married, I don't think it's a bad thing to be desperate, not to be desperate, but I don't think it's a bad thing to want to get married, to admire, marriages and want to start a life and a family and all of that. I don't think people might see it as desperate. I just see it as what the particular person wants at that time of their lives. It's not good to be desperate, actually, but if it's something that the person wants and hopes to have, I think the society has made it look as if somebody is desperate or somebody looks too desperate. This is something the person wants, and the person should be able to get it, you know. I would say it's the single people that before I got married, I did a lot of reading, read books about marriage. I prayed. I asked God to take control and all of that. So singles that want to get married, it's not about getting married alone. It's not about the wedding ceremony and all of that. There should be a preparation. There should be morals. Like before myself and my husband got married, we talked about our vision, our morals, our missions, and all those things we want to do for each other in marriage, with each other in marriage, and what's us coming together, how it will be beneficial, because obviously we are Christians and there's a purpose we are coming together. So we talked about all that. So I feel like singles don't need to be fixated on just the marriage part alone, but also try to prepare themselves, because they will be parents, they will be wives, things will happen. What are you doing to prepare yourself for all those things that will come up in the future? Now for marriage, I don't really know. I think I follow what ZT now. Okay, I followed what he said about marriage, where she talked about the love languages. I don't believe in. I don't say I don't believe in. Like, a lot of people have done it, but as a Christian, one thing that me and my husband discussed before we got married was that divorce was not an option. So whatever it is that he does today or tomorrow, which might hurt me or something like that, I would take it to God and say, God, you were here at the beginning and you would help us to get through whatever it is that we're going through now. That's why I agree with the love language thing. Get to know who your partner is, get to know their love language. My love language is act of service. And my husband, he tries to help me do things that, I can do. But if you can help me do it, that's wonderful, So I would appreciate something like that. So if my husband now throws maybe physical touch at me, or maybe quality time, that's not my love. That's not my love language. It's not going to work. Do you understand? My love language is act of service. So I also have to communicate with him in his own love language as well. And I would like to say that if your husband is not doing or your partner or whatever is not doing what you expect him to do, for me, I'm still speaking from the Christian point of view, it is you, your husband, it's a triangle. It's you, your husband, and God. You can only try to, speak to him and air your own opinions about things. But the Bible has already mentioned in there that your husband is your head. And you are, you're supposed to, you are the helpmate. So at the end of the day, you go back to God and say, God, this is what's happening in my marriage and I'm not understanding it. I do not like it. God is our Heavenly Father. He listens to us. He says, cast your cares upon me, because he cares. So every little thing that we have, every little fear that we have, we bring it to God. And funny enough, it is God. This has happened to me. I'm not just saying it because this has happened to me a lot of times where I agree on something, and my husband doesn't agree on this thing. Okay, not so much since I got married, but before I got married, there was a time there was something we were discussing and he didn't agree with it. And for me, I was like, this is the common sense thing to do. Why doesn't he agree with this thing? And we talked and talked and talked, and we're not going anywhere. We're not getting anywhere with the conversation. So we just went to bed. And I woke up the next morning. I was very worried. I was, thinking about it. And it just came to my spirit that why don't you just pray about it? Why are you getting worried? And I did pray about it. And in the next hour after my prayer, my husband, my boyfriend then, this is my husband now, called me and said he could see the sense in what I was saying. Do you understand? So God is always there to help us. We shouldn't always feel that we have to go one way, or if he's giving me bass, I give him boss. We could always take it to God, and God will help us. You know, I don't know. I think I've spoken too much.
No, that makes sense, really, honestly. So what I'm just gonna say is, I think this time is not even enough to talk about something like this. So what we've just said now is God praise what you said. Honestly, I had to write that down because that's a very good thing. It's a triangle and it's God, me, and my husband, right? So I think that's a very good thing. But if you're not a believer, so I don't know, if you're not a believer, I don't know. Honestly, I can't talk about that because there's only
I
God.
believe I cannot help you.
That's the only thing I can say. Sorry. But for single people, like desperation is not good. If you're too desperate, you just run into what you're not supposed to run into. Take your time, pray about it, think about what you want to do. Don't just go into it because people are doing it. Don't do it because of the ceremony, just like what Praise was saying. You know what I mean? So I think we can go on and on about this topic, honestly. And but we're just gonna keep it short here. And guys, I really appreciate you guys coming on here, even though I think, it's a good topic to talk about, but there's no time, unfortunately. So guys, thank you. I'm gonna run this off now.
No
You can hear
problem.
me. Bye bye.
Bye, bye, honey.
Bye, darling.